Baymax and Hiro coming in, as I think we'll see a lot on the film, our two heroes together, and it's quite easy to get carried away. You sort of play with this, as the sense of flying is really nice. Welcome back to Family Gamer TV. Now, we've been looking at a whole load of Big Hero 6 toys. We looked at Baymax, this Hiro character. It's from the same people who bought you Frozen, Wreck-It Ralph. It's from the directors who bought you Bolt and Winnie the Pooh. And we've been looking at the toys which are coming out soon, being announced at the San Diego Comic-Con event. And we've got them early. Now, we were quite excited because we've looked at these two over here. These two characters. He is a robot in the film who goes through a transformation from a carer of a young boy called Hiro to a real protector, and to being his sort of partner in crime in terms of going out and detecting the enemies. And to do that, he gets transformed. Hiro is a master robot builder, and he gets transformed into the sort of powered up Baymax with attacks. He can fly. And can do all sorts of things, and of course the toys do this as well. So we've got two toys to look at. The armoured up Baymax here, and you can see in there, to get that right on the right angle, you can see me behind as well. You can see there that the white core of these robots is that original Baymax, but around that core has been built all this red armour. So we're going to have a look at both these toys and see what they have to offer. So here we have the Deluxe Flying Baymax, as you can see there, the title at the bottom. Now, some features of the toy. He has projectile hands. Here you can see our Hiro character, and look at him there. He has this button. I think we need to get some batteries in because he's currently not talking. You can see some of the dimensions. And the fact that he has this flying features, and I think that's the first time we really realised that in the film, Baymax will be flying, and potentially that's be one of the ways that they get around. You can see on the toy there's a magnetic feature where Hiro sits in the cockpit and sort of drives or flies him. And when Hiro is in that cockpit, he activates all sorts of sounds and lights. So there's a nice little interactive element there. You can see there, you see the use of magnets. Here you've got a young chap who's enjoying his toy, and as you fly around, as you tilt it from side to side, the toy makes different sounds. And again, you've got more information about his attacks. If you look at the side of the box, you have his firing fist. So, what looks like a really nice big toy, you can get it in the shot. We're going to get that unboxed. Now, a little smaller than the Deluxe Flying Baymax, we have an armoured up Baymax toy, but I quite like this because it really takes us from that original healthcare robot that Hiro takes as inspiration, and you can see how he is transformed, not only by having this red armour, but also he's now much taller. You can see his legs there become extended by the armour he puts on. You can see the process here. So he starts off quite small and cuddly and round, and ends up as this sort of red fighting machine. 20 pieces to put together, so there's a sense of this is a toy which you build yourself. And you can see on the back we get again our lineup of heroes there, and again we've got some interactive elements. It says twist to start, easy to connect, armour in up to 8 inches, so it's 8 inches tall when it's all configured. You can see Baymax looking rather tasty there. So there you go, we're going to get that unopened, unboxed and in front of the camera, and to see what it has to offer, and also what else it might tell us about the Big Hero 6 film. So here you go, here is our big, massively heavy Baymax, and on the back it's got a switch that says on, and so then he comes to life. Nice, real sort of nice mech robot sounds. This is a real, you know, sort of active sort of boys' toy, really, for anyone who wants to sort of have a sort of an action figure fighting experience. And I think there's some wings there. So as he flies, apparently he makes different sounds. Now I'm not sure how to trigger some of this. We probably need to read the instructions. But he's got loads of articulation in the waist and the arms. I think this arm fires Whoa! Here's his hand off. We just pop that back in. So what other actions have we got? Articulation at the wrist, at the waist. Really, whoops! Every part of him moves. You can store away these wings at the back, and then with the press of the button, they open up. You've got your on-off button there, and again you can see the sort of articulation you've got in the legs. Now, not only is it articulated, I quite like this, it's also posable, which means you can get it to stand on different surfaces. It reminds me of the Buzz Lightyear toys. Not only the legs posable, but also you've got little posable feet as well. He has these little armour bits at the front, which come down. As I said, he's got the shooting fist here. Whoops, not too good for the camera. What I really like, let's get the lights down for this, is his light up eyes. Each time he says something. Oh, actually, he's not speaking, is he? These are just sounds. So, unlike, it's interesting. Unlike the healthcare Baymax, that had lots of things to say, these are just. This Baymax is just all about battle and really doesn't speak. You can see at the back here. The back of his head lights up as well. But one of the things that changes when you put Hiro on his back, there's a couple of little points here to get his knees on those. It's not the easiest of things, and then you have to get his hands in those magnets. Now this changes how Baymax behaves. Firstly, now when you press the front, rocket fist. Excuse me. So firstly he has these different sounds, but then when you hold him, he's up, down, and then comes into land and stops. So the sounds that Baymax makes are completely different depending on whether Hiro is on his back or not. So the way these two figures work together is quite clever, and that's from these little magnets there on his hands. So you can see here, it's just popping back on, so you pop the knees on there, slightly fiddly. I want to press them a bit harder this time. Put the magnets in the hands in there, and immediately Baymax is ready to fly. And so as I said, you can fly. You get that sense that Hiro and Baymax are flying, and as they come into land, then the sound stops. That's a really nice touch, I think, and it's just that, if you see that sort of angle of Baymax and Hiro coming in, as I think we'll see a lot on the film, our two heroes together, and it's quite easy to get carried away. You sort of play with this, as the sense of flying is really nice. So there you go. Anyway, let's move on to the rest of these toys. So there you go, that's our assembly armoured up Baymax all put together. As you can see, it took me a little while, but you know, pretty quick. It's obvious where all the pieces went, and then you've got this toy that has made in front of your eyes that transformation from the nice, cuddly, cute Baymax character to this real, essentially fighting robot. So let's get this up close, you can have a look. So again, the moulding is pretty good. It's only slightly plasticky compared to some characters we look at. There's not many paint passes on this. This is a sort of a pretty monochrome moulded toy, but I think it serves its function well. And again, it's that nice transformation from that Baymax cuddly character to this real fighting machine. You can see underneath. So there you go, we've got our two powered up, armoured up Baymax characters. The larger one, which has those lights and action and is fully articulated, and the smaller one, which has a bit of a self-assembly feel to it. But both characters, you know, have a strong sense of personality and a strong link to that film. And again, I don't think this will really come together until we see the film in full, so we have a feel for how these characters look and act and what the relationships are. And talking about those characters and those relationships, you can see up at the top here we've got a real wide selection. So check back for our next episode where we'll be looking at each of the different characters in these minifigures packs, as well as some of these plushies behind us, to give you a feel for the wider cast of characters in Big Hero 6.